Dionna is a piece that I carved out of one of my favorite stones, an agate alabaster. Here's the stone in its rough form. And here I've started to carve, make some forms, draw on it a little bit. I kind of think I might do the head right there. That's what I was thinking at the time. I continue to draw on it, soften it. There's yours truly in action. The stone is starting to suggest some forms to me. I decided to move the face from the side to a position where it's pointing upward. And I sketched out the hand detail and am roughing that in. Here is the basic form of the piece. Again, I draw first and then carve some details of the face, because that's what you're seeing. Always refining the forms more and more, and here it is from different angles. At this point, it occurred to me that I wanted the figure to appear to be emerging from water, facing upward. So I worked toward that end. After more refinements, the figure is pretty much the way I want it in these frames. You can see the waveforms that I carved on the back to represent the water that Dionna is emerging from. And I'm starting to sand it in these frames. I wet the stone so I can see what the true color is going to be. If you watched my other video on carving squash, you know that sanding is quite a laborious process. I start with a high grit, a rough grit, wet the stone, go over the whole stone with that, and gradually work up to higher grits. And here it's the highest grit that I want it to be. After that, I need to clean the stone from all the water and stone dust. And this is where I start to figure out what size the base should be. This is actually styrofoam painted black. I want to know how thick it should be, its width, and its depth. Here's the bottom of the base. I've drilled a hole in the center, and then I make a template of the footprint of the piece, place it on the base, and figure out where that hole is that I drilled in the center. Then I place that template onto the piece itself, and I know where to drill the hole. At this point, the hole is drilled, the pin is inserted, and I've joined the piece to the base using a towel to make sure that I don't scratch the finish. Here she is in my studio, and here she is at Harmon-Meek, Dionna from the Sacred Spring.